All right, let's roll, nerds. Come on.
All right, Judge, first we have page 5, first. Come on up.
Miss Abear? Is it Abear?
Yes.
Herbert? Abear?
Page 7.
Oh, page 7 you said, or page 5?
I'm sorry, there's one on 7 too, page 5.
Is it Abear?
Yes, sir.
Miss Abear, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Stop. Just don't say anything, please. We're going to do probable cause. I want to know what happened, and then we'll go from there. All right, you ready?
Yes, just 1 moment, sorry, still good. All right, thank you, Judge. On April 7, 2025, in Hernandez County, Texas, a law enforcement officer conducted a traffic stop for illegal intent. I will preface to you, Judge, there are no further facts to describe the intent. Upon contact with the defendant, the law enforcement officer noticed the strong odor of marijuana from the vehicle. When the law enforcement officer asked for insurance, the defendant opened the glove compartment and law enforcement saw a bottle of methazine in plain view. The officer then conducted a probable cause search that revealed a handgun in between the center console and the passenger seat where the defendant was sitting. The defendant stated that the gun was hers, and that's all I have.
Were you here? I guess you didn't. We were here Friday, same thing on Friday. We've got tent and nothing else.
I was here Thursday with the illegal tent, but they don't actually, there was nothing in the report that they did, but they don't grading up when they do the traffic stop.
Ms. Abear, I'm going to find that there's no probable cause to go forward with your case. You have an open felony case. It's very possible that if you continue to pick up cases, they revoke that bond, put you in jail, and make your bond sky high. Do you understand? While you're on bond, you're supposed to live as if you have a halo above your head. And when you don't, there are serious consequences. Get a clue. Do you understand? All right, please take a seat.
All right, Judge, next we have page 11. Lozano, come on up.
Come on up. You are a Richard Lozano.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Lozano, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. On April 7, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, the law enforcement officer paced a vehicle going 50 miles an hour in a 35-mile-an-hour zone and initiated a traffic stop. The defendant passed several safe locations below before finally doing so. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant and noticed red, watery, bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and the odor of an alcoholic beverage. As standard sobriety tests were conducted, the officer observed 6 out of 6 clues in the HGN, 4 to 8 on the walk and turn, and 3 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. The law enforcement officer also observed poor balance and the odor of an alcoholic beverage from the defense person once out of the vehicle. The defendant refused to consent to a specimen, and a blood warrant was obtained and executed.
Okay, any prerogative, guys?
No, Your Honor, and his driver's license is eligible.
Okay, Mr. Lozano, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes, sir. I have an attorney.
Oh, you have a lawyer now?
Yes, sir.
Nobody's attached, Judge.
Trey, you got anything? Are you, who did you hire?
Mr. Santana, Israel.
Israel?
Yes.
Okay, do you know if he's going to be here today?
Not off the top of my head. He's supposed to be here, Your Honor.
Okay, so let's do this. Oh, we don't have pretrial here. Oh,
Judge, I sent an email requesting one.
okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. We're going to have you take a seat while we get pretrial services here. If you do have a lawyer that comes on and signs on your case, I will waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with the lawyer. If the lawyer tells you they can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, you've gone AWOL, if you pick up a new case, if you become a danger to my city, it will not go well for you. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's have you sign. We'll have you take your seat and we'll be back with you momentarily.
All right, Judge, next is page 15. Bryce, come on up.
All right, good morning, Mr. Price. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. First offense, it's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
Thank you, Judge. On April 7, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer was dispatched to a crash and observed a motor vehicle with damage that had struck a barricade. The officer observed the defendant to be the driver and sole occupant of the vehicle. The defendant was identified by his Louisiana driver's license, and the officer observed the odor of an alcoholic beverage, watery, bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and a disoriented demeanor from the defendant. The officer also observed swaying, staggering, and stumbling. The defendant admitted to consuming alcohol prior to driving and being the operator of the vehicle. SPSTs were conducted where the officer observed 6 out of 6 clues on the HGN, 7 out of 8 on the walk and turn, 3 out of 4 on the one leg stand. The defendant consented to a breath test and blew 0.173 and 0.165.
Okay, do you mind running an NCIC so we know his criminal history, see if he has any priors, and then whether the license is valid, please? Mr. Price, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now, as a condition of your bond, not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
This is a Louisiana driver's license, Your Honor. I'm not seeing on here where they state that it is valid or invalid. There's nothing to suggest that it is invalid. As far as criminal history, don't believe he has a criminal history.
Okay. You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid license and liability insurance in your name as well. And that is also a condition of your bond. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you do not have either, then you're not allowed to drive. And I'm going to take serious if, matters if you do. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes, I have an attorney.
You have an attorney now? What's going on? Oh, okay, so let's do this. We will wait for your lawyer to get here so that we can have him sign on and then get a date. For now, I'm gonna have you go to Victoria Center Reset. We'll have you go to the proof shop for your bond conditions and then just take a seat. Don't leave until your lawyer gets here, okay?
Yes, sir.
Please.
All right, Judge, we have 2 more, but we're waiting on counsel, so.
Okay. Mario, did you have the BVR still?
Here, our clients here, Judge.
Yeah.
This is Officer Biello with Judge here on Friday. He sent them down to get a UA. Everything is clean, Judge. Came back clean.
Counsel for reset.
Is he here?
He is your. Right over there. Yeah, but call him up. He is Spanish speaking, by the way. Judge.
Yeah, bring him up, please. Does he have a scram right now? Does he have a scram? Okay, I'm putting him on the scram.
I was gonna visit with you as well, just because we spoke about a resolution on the case.
You wanna,
Jail?
We may be able to be.
are you gonna release today? Or not today?
Saturday.
I'm not doing, if you're saying time served,
That's what the city. But of course, we want.
it's a second and he's got bond violations, It's like he's gonna wrap his car around a tree. That's what I don't
Our
want.
only concern, Your Honor, is that we have had situations happen already where people who are on supervision
I understand, I get it, but I'm not gonna,
and getting picked up, Judge.
I can't show favoritism. And
No, I
me doing that when I don't do it for, it's,
Can our client potentially lead?
no, there's nothing that no. I mean, I'm okay with probation, but I'm not, sorry, Mario. Si tú tomas de nuevo, te voy a poner en la cárcel y no me importa qué excusa que tú tienes. Te voy a poner algo en tu tobillo ahora para ver si tomas de nuevo. ¿Me entiendes, Méndez? La próxima vez tú te quedes conmigo. No me importa qué excusa tienes. Toma asiento. Yeah, whatever anything, I don't care, but that, I've got issues. Okay? All right, thanks. Ready? Yeah.
I'm here with Maria Solis. She's been accepted into the PTI program. We're just waiting for the contract.
If everything's done,
Yes, sir.
you gotten the contract yet?
She's been accepted into the,
Okay, so,
waiting for the contract to be sent to me so we can do whatever.
Waiting on the T-Res to come back, Your Honor.
T-Raz is done.
And the T-Res is done now.
Do you have a copy of the T-Raz?
I don't know, I personally have, but I don't believe.
Well, no. Do they have a copy of it? Because they're not gonna give you, they're not gonna give you the T-Raz until they they're not gonna give you the contract until they get the T-Raz.
The last one we have is T-Res pending from last week, Your Honor. I'm sure that's been sent over.
That would be wonderful, please. If you can send it to like all parties involved, if you don't mind, that would be, or at least Brenda, so that she has it, then they'll send you the contract. Wonderful, that'd be great. Okay, so we'll set you off 2.5 weeks. She must have it done by that point. If not, I'm rolling day for day until she gets it done. Got it? Okay. No out of counties, we haven't talked about it in a while.
We have several today, Judge.
You want to talk about it?
There's 23 cooks. I was just gonna start on for me. No,
So they're not gonna come get them?
no arrangements made so far.
Okay, so the bond's already at 1,000, just give a PR bond.
And then page 38, 39, 40, and 41.
What?
Strahan. That's a lot, I got work on it. All the bonds are set, but there are no problems.
You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 burglary of motor vehicles, a theft of a firearm, and a credit card abuse, and Galveston's not gonna come get him?
So far, there are no problems. The sheriff's department said they're working on it. Where's your right hand?
Annie's on deferred out of the 230. Annie has an open burglary in court 6. Hi, Casey. Ready?
Yes.
Hey, I found, you want to hear PC or have you heard it already?
No, I have not. I'm filling in for Brad today. But I did, sure.
Okay.
Why not?
The name is Price.
Yes.
Do you mind reading it out? I didn't realize he had a lawyer, so I found PC.
It's okay. He just hired over the weekend, so we're working on filing all of the documents and stuff, but
I did just no drugs, no alcohol, random UAs, that's it. The standard conditions.
perfect.
Okay, ready?
Might as well.
Yes, Your Honor. On April 7th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer was dispatched to a crash and observed a motor vehicle with damage that had struck a barricade. The officer observed the defendant to be the driver and the sole occupant of the vehicle. The defendant was identified by his Louisiana driver's license. The officer observed the odor of an alcoholic beverage, watery, bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and disoriented demeanor from the defendant. The officer observed swaying, staggering, and stumbling from the defendant. And the defendant admitted to consuming alcohol prior to driving and being the operator of the vehicle. Standardized field sobriety tests were conducted, where the officer witnessed 6 out of 6 clues on the HGN, 7 out of 8 on the walking tearing, 3 out of 4 on the one leg stand. The defendant considers the regret test to be 0.173, 0.165.
Nothing on PC, so.
So just, I mean, he's ready to go with you after he meets with the pre-trial, whatever.
Perfect. And I do have one more on your docket today. Dennis is the last name, Allison. Just still waiting on a PTI appeal answer. So
Let me see.
need to wait for an answer. I did start getting some emails back from Ashley guys last week, but not on this one.
How long have we been waiting on it?
I submitted it March 7th.
Do you have anywhere else to go?
I have an off docket in 8, but after that I'm done today. Light Monday.
This one is.
Email address, I don't mind.
Casey, Kacie.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to get stuff anyways, so I'll email now. I'll include Blaze, and then let's set you off a week. Hopefully, everything will be done by then, and then we'll get you. If you get the contract between now and then you need more time, just let us know. We'll give you.
Okay, she hasn't done a TRAS or anything yet, because we're still just
Okay,
waiting.
so
for the
let's set a
answer.
week for parents mandatory for next week.
Okay,
Then hopefully it's either way.
right, we can
Yeah.
get somewhere going. Okay, thank you, Judge.
Right, thank you.
Page 13. Top one, Nava is a limited. Page Judge, are you ready for an arraignment?
Yeah.
All right, page 6, Hernandez, Anthony, come on up.
Judge, I do need to let you know something, before we begin. This client had, I can't remember what kind, oh, he was a victim of a violent crime. And he understands what's going on, but you might need to slow down a little bit right now. Thank you.
Okay, what is his last name?
Hernandez, and it's Anthony, Your Honor. He has 2 cases.
Mr. Hernandez.
Buenos días, señor Hernandez.
Buenos días, señor.
Good morning,
Was
sir.
charged with 2 very serious cases. You were charged with driving while intoxicated. You were also charged with tampering with a government record. You just had a tampering dismissed 2 weeks ago, and now you have another one. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. On the tampering case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. On your DWI, you are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
On March 16, 2025, an officer observed a vehicle and ran the tag that observed and which was found to have no return. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer observed the defendant with slow roll and missed multiple opportunities to safely pull over. The officer made contact with the defendant and observed the odor of alcoholic beverage from the vehicle. The officer also observed 2 40-ounce glasses of Modelo, both open and 1/4%.
Drinking while driving?
Yes, sir.
The officer
El
requested
oficial
the defendant
pidió
exit the
que el
vehicle and
abogado salió del vehículo y fuera de
the defendant declined to answer any questions and center as right tests were conducted. The officer observed 6 out of 6 on the HGN, 5 out of 8 on the walk return, and 2 out of 4 on the one-leg stand.
Para el
The
señor bien.
defendant consented to a breath test, and the results of which were
Resultados serán
0.135 and
135
0.133.
133.
While at JPC, the defendant admitted that the identification card provided was fictitious. The officer reviewed the identification card and
Tarjeta de identificación y
the identification card
tarjeta de
had a
identificación
fictitious
tenía
date of birth,
una fecha
and his first name was listed as his middle name. The card had no fault.
su nombre
It was also very flimsy, and the lettering was not consistent with normal federal identification.
Mr. Hernandez, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I would hope that you recognize it's damn elementary that you're not to have alcohol in the car while you are driving. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt of court hearing. You could be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. You are not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
¿Entiende? Yes, sir.
Is he here on an asylum claim? Does he have status here?
Judge, I'm not sure if asylum is the right word, but he does have an avenue through immigration based on him being the victim of the violent crime.
Not in this country with permission, and you go to jail. What happens?
¿Qué pasa? What was the question? Please.
¿Qué pasa si tú andas a la cárcel y inmigración te encuentra? ¿Qué pasa?
Todo bien.
That's what you need to think about when you're out there in the free. You're ordered now not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. And I'm going to put a monitor on you so I know that you're not consuming. This is the promise that you're going to be signing with me, Mr. Hernandez. And I want you to understand, I will do everything in my power to protect my public at all costs. Do you understand
¿Lo
me?
entiende? Yes, sir.
Sure.
¿Seguro? Yes, sir.
If you were here because you were a victim, or if you were a victim of a violent crime, you have no clue what happens in our jails on a daily basis.
Claramente.
There are some parts of the jails that are so bad, officers won't even go. Keep that in mind when you're out there, because if I find that you break any of these bond conditions, I will put you in jail. And if you're unlucky enough, you will get a detainer and you will sit there and you will be stuck like Chuck until these cases are over with. And then you get shipped off to immigration. You get no more warnings from us. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but you're ordered not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. For now, I will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, you'll get with breach off of your bond conditions. After that, you'll be free to go. Be very careful. No more warnings, Mr. Hernandez. Okay, thanks. For the time being, I'm going to put a scram on him, so I know that he's not using. I'll pay for it so that it doesn't come out of his pocket.
Thank you, Honor.
I did. Yeah, there's one up there. Okay, and then if a while passes and there are no issues, come back and talk to me, but I want to make sure that he's not using.
Thank you, Chad.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Beadle,
Hi,
top of the morning to you.
how are you?
What's new, man? Happy Monday?
Happy Monday. So I had a guy charged with a felony that was arraigned this morning, but he's on your docket later in the week, and I was hoping just to get it done so we can.
Of course, let's do it.
Okay,
Do you have the cause number?
I do, 255-9578. He's already got conditions from Judge Simons. Where'd he go?
Judge Simons.
Yeah,
Okay.
Judge D. Simons. And so it's my understanding there's no alcohol. He's got a device also already, I think, or at least we can double check.
All right, sir. You are Mr. Kubler.
Kubler, yes, sir.
Kubler. Mr. Kubler, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. I see. So that he's also charged with abandonment. Is it out of the same transaction?
Yeah, we had a long discussion with him this morning.
I don't know anything about it. Let's find out what's going on, please.
On April 11th, 2025, an officer was dispatched to an unknown accident, and noticed a vehicle, a pickup truck, illegally parked in the front yard of the residence. There were fresh tires, skid marks, a broken wheel and axle visibly appeared to be damaged from the Ram truck to a legally parked red Jeep Compass. The law enforcement officer made contact with the complainant, and then, sorry, it said the damage to the Jeep was $5,000. The defendant admitted to driving the truck. Was later identified. The officer also made contact with the wheel witness, who said that he witnessed the defendant in the white truck in the driver's seat behind the wheel and observed an exit vehicle from the driver's side door. Upon exiting the vehicle, the wheel witness observed he was not stumbling. And then the wheel witness observed slurred speech and strong odor of alcoholic beverage emitting from the defendant's breath and person. The defendant also admitted that he was trying to flee the scene and go home, but his vehicle was stolen. The officer made contact with the defendant, who was detained, and noticed a strong odor of alcoholic beverage. And the officer then conducted a standardized field sobriety test, where he witnessed. Sorry. Sorry, Your Honor, the DIMS leaves off and does not show the standardized for the sobriety test results. The officer asked the defendant his intoxication level. The defendant said he was at a 6 out of 10. The defendant said he does not believe it was safe to operate his motor vehicle at this level of intoxication. But had an 11-year-old passenger.
He did not.
Or I'm sorry, he did not. He did not. I apologize. Just a moment to see if I can.
Judge, I'm going to tell you that's kind of where the DWI investigation stops. The first response that I have is that no field sobriety tests were performed. It also, the credibility of the wheel witness was never discussed in the DIMS, whether the officer found them credible or reliable, et cetera. So I really can't make a lot of sense out of.
It's like the DIMS you're reading these, like going through a drive-through, man. I mean, really, who's writing the reports?
Yes, Your Honor.
Over and over and over. I mean, really.
Trying to see if I can find anything else.
Case after case, we're just.
See how much you want to say, just don't.
So Judge, things don't say it, don't say what is the results of those very revealed sobriety tests, and we do not have an officer.
How on earth am I supposed to find probable cause when Mickey Mouse is writing these reports?
I don't say, I don't know why it's not in the DIMS. Obviously, we didn't write it in here. We represent what is written in there, and so I understand your frustration. I'm highly frustrated.
Mr. Kubler, I'm gonna find no probable cause in your case. Don't kill anyone. You know, every single day on the news, how many people die in our county because of a DWI? How many? Every single day. We lead the nation in alcohol-related collisions and fatalities because of boneheaded moves that are made day in, day out. Now, this is not to say that they may not indict this case at a later time, but be whatever, just don't kill someone, please. Take a seat, please, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hey, please.
Is this case up?
Yeah, let me give me 1 second. Hold on. Ready? 255 9578.
9578?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry, Ms. Fleischer. Tell me, sir, how are you?
Very well. I'm here for Francisco Hernandez.
In jail or on bond?
He's on bond.
Oh, he's got a bond violation.
Yes,
Do
Judge.
you mind having him approach, please?
And Judge, there is a representative from the bonding company here in court.
Failed to go test when you were ordered to test. I'm sending you now for a drug and alcohol test and you're to come back. If you ever miss again, it's not gonna go well for you. Do you understand? Okay, I'm sending him now for a test. He has to come back. All right? Take a seat, please, sir.
And then I'm gonna have pre-file clients on this right now.
Judge, we have an arraignment,
Okay,
page 2 and 3, if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Bulock, come on up. Devontae, Bullock,
Did he just get here?
he was a little late today, yes, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Bullock. Mr. Bullock, you're charged with 2 cases. Your hands down, please. You're charged with burglary of a motor vehicle. You're also charged with failure to identify oneself. On the burglary case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. On the failure to ID, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On April 7, 2025, or I'm sorry, excuse me, on April 7, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officer dispatched for the burglary of a motor vehicle call and received a description of 2 suspects by the complaining witness. The complaining witness advised that the 2 suspects attempted to steal their vehicle by breaking the ignition cover. A neighbor was leaving for work and suspects left when they heard the voice from the neighbor leaving. A screwdriver was left on the vehicle floorboard and the complaining witness's Ring doorbell captured the incident. After a brief search, 2 individuals, including the defendant, were found that matched the complaining witness's description of the suspects. The defendant had screwdrivers and gloves in his backpack, and the complaining witness was able to positively identify the defendants by their clothing description. The defendant refused to give his correct identity and provided a false name of Katie Owen, date of birth 6/14/2007. The defendant was later positively identified by mobile AFIS.
Mr. Bullock, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. How old are you, sir?
18.
Don't be a danger to my community, Mr. Bullock. It's just not going to go well for you. I don't know who you have in this life, but if you don't have someone that's willing to pony up to $10,000 to $20,000 for a bond for you, you will be stuck like Chuck in there if you break any of this condition. Do you understand? What are you doing with yourself these days?
So now we're ready to go to the military, broke Sunday, and about to finish school.
Did you graduate from high school?
No.
You working?
No, not yet.
So what are you doing, man? That's gonna stop right now. As a condition of your bond, you must either have a full-time job or get back into school. And I'm giving you 2 weeks. I'm gonna bring you back. If you've done nothing, it's not gonna go well for you. Do you understand? Days of just in there playing Xbox, smoking, it's not gonna work. Do you understand? Can you reach out to the MAC, please, Victoria?
Okay.
I'm now sending you also for a drug test because I want to know what, if anything. What time of day was this, please?
Judge, I believe this was in the morning time. So this is that.
So it's not in the middle of the night?
For the time, rather, I don't think that I have those specific time.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm sending you for a drug test now. You were to come right back. If you fail to test, if you fail to go test, if you fail to come back, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Do you understand? When you come back, I'll have a lawyer for you. Take a seat, please.
Those will give us at about 6:30. And Judge, I do want to, there is a second charge that's currently 15. That's going to be transferred to this court. It's another B&B, but it's a separate incident from that Sunday.
So he has two B&B.
Correct, Your Honor.
Did you hear that, Dick? He has another B&B that's open. It's in 16 now. I don't even see it. So-
I'll take a look at it.
I'm gonna put a monitor on him when he gets back. We'll talk further. Get him a lawyer first. Has it been filed? Because I don't even see it.
Yes, Your Honor, it's been filed. From what I have from the judge, there was one that was reported, or two that were reported. And then they later found the defendant and a co-defendant. And I believe on the co-defendant, they found a key fob for one of these was in the co-defendant's pocket. And that's how they connected the
Got it.
two.
Okay. Do we have the co-defendant? Or do you have a cause number for the co-defendant? Or yeah, we do actually. Let me see.
I do have a cause number.
Yeah, is it 255-9022?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, Judge, they can, ours get transferred to 16, they have the lowercase number. It's not in the court processing page, but I see it in there, like,
But we have two cases. Would that not bring it to us?
they have the lowercase numbers. And we have a co-defendant, so it gets a little,
Just, I want to keep,
okay, so I'll email the coordinator.
I want to keep. Are you ready?
No, they had to bring file.
Hi.
Not sure if you saw your email, but Ms. Dennis was approved for PTI.
Oh,
So
hey.
just check it in to see, do you still want her to come next Monday and
She's
just do
here
the
now?
walk? No.
So whenever you want, you know,
Okay.
'cause she's got to get a TRAS done. So if
Right.
you want to bring her in next Monday, she can do a walkthrough. If you want to come earlier, whatever you guys want.
Okay, sounds
You want
good.
to keep it that day?
Yeah.
Okay. Just have her come in. We'll send her for a walk.
I know that she went and did it.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Henderson. Great.
Doing well, yourself?
You're making it. So we have Mr. Villasana.
Correct.
Come up, Mr. Villasana. Mr. Villasana was a no-show for a drug and alcohol test. So that's why the bond violation was filed. Guys, hey, did we send Mr. Villasana for a drug test on Friday? I can't remember.
Yeah,
Please,
just a positive for Tuesday.
stop.
There's a phone about the bond.
I don't think I ordered him not to use on the theft case, but we ordered him not to use on the new case. Mr. Villasana, you're not to use alcohol or legal drugs. I'm gonna test you like crazy. If I find that you continue to use, I'm going to lock you up. I don't know who you have in this life that's ready to pony up $10,000 plus for you to get out. If you don't, you will be stuck like Chuck in there. Do you understand? The only thing I'm asking you to do is don't pick up a new case and don't use. Do you understand? I'm not asking you to split the atom here.
Yes, Judge, it was positive for THC.
That's it.
Yes.
So I will give you a pass for 50 days from the day that you were ordered not to use, which was March 20th. 50 days from that day, you will be tested again. I hope that you're not using. Do you understand? Okay. From that day, correct. We'll have them come back and we'll have them test again. Stay in contact with your lawyer. You guys get on the same page so we can figure out what's going on, and then we'll see you soon. Don't use. You understand?
Is there any way we could speed this up, or I could just plead, or think that?
No, life is hard enough as it is. When you start just adding on convictions, it's just gonna make it all the worse, man.
He said, I don't have time to be coming up here. I already lost my job because I can't drive.
See, guys, do you see if there's something?
But Judge, I already spoke to him.
Chadwick when we stood down.
He said he wanted a sentence so we can try to get figured out. And come up
Is there
with-
something that we can do, like,
I can talk to Chadwick.
you guys talk, see, perhaps there's something that we can do to where he works something out, where it does it on the outside, so he, doesn't come back, but just don't use.
I just want to see if I can get a.
Just be quiet.
Don't, when you put stuff on your record, Mr. Villasana, you become unemployable. When you have a theft, what do you think happens when you get a theft on your record? You're branded a thief forever. Do you think people hire thieves? No. You want to get an apartment? You can't even get an apartment when you have a theft conviction, Mr. Villasana. You think it's bad now. A theft conviction hoses you for the rest of your life, man. When you take a half-ass approach to things, you get a half-ass result. I know that he's working hard to get the best thing for you. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but in the long run, it's for your benefit. I promise. Be patient. Let's see what they can work out today. Hang tight.
Keep in mind, we're here today because of the bond violation. Normally your appearances are waived, you have to come down here.
So just hang tight. We're working for you. Just
Can I
don't,
get a bus pass?
I'll get your buzz. Just hang tight for me. What's the word, Blaze?
So, Your Honor, I have made an offer. It would be a 12-month deferred with T-Raz, rate of UAs, and I want to see if we had a high school diploma, if not a GED, as part of that, on the theft, and we've done with it.
So right now, Judge, he's thinking about it, so we probably want to reset it today. But the issue, I'm approaching on the fact that as a condition of bond, he cannot drive. So he wanted to ask the court to modify his bond condition, allow him to drive so he can go to work, so he can get a job.
Judge, I'll run his license. Just so have the-
Come up, Mr. Villasana.
So, Your Honor, I don't see a DL number in here. See the state ID shared anything.
Does he have a driver's license?
You have a driver's license? Yes.
Yeah.
He says he has a driver's license, Judge.
Do you have the number so we can just make sure that he's licensed?
Have the photo?
Right, what's the number? You know what the number is?
Yeah, I'll get the number
Let
right now.
me pull up my search bar.
Okay. What are you asking for?
Allow him to drive, Judge. I think the bond condition, he cannot drive because of the reckless driving case. He's saying that in order for him to get to work and get employment, he would need to drive, so you're requesting the court allow him to drive.
The only thing that I want in this life are my streets safe. When you drive maniacally on there, going at speeds of 120, whipping in and through traffic, and you're putting so many lives in danger. You need to understand that it's a privilege. It's not a right. As long as you don't drive in this manner, I'll allow you to drive. I'm gonna have you sign bond condition to the effect that you're not to race, drive recklessly, donuts, participate in street takeovers. If I find that you do, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you in jail and I'm gonna make your bond sky high. Do you understand? I will give you a privilege to drive back for you now. But don't drive crazy. Are we on the same page? Okay, so it's not an old case. So now there's no excuse. I'm going to test you again. You've no excuse to miss a test. You understand? You miss again, it's not going to go well. Okay, done.
Right now.
So we're going to file conditions. Do not leave until you sign them. Once you sign them, you can go. All right.
Now you sit back in the audience, Judge.
Go, if you want to go down. Guys, does he go down to the 7th or to get a bus pass? Where does he go?
That's 49, French until.
If you go to 49, they'll give you a bus pass there. Okay, all right, good luck. Got it. Okay, so just hang tight. They're gonna call you up.
No, you want to sit back over there? Sit back over there.
Adnan. Hey, what's new, man?
Not much. How are you doing now?
Been a while. Huh?
Yeah, I know.
What's,
I'm here covering for a different lawyer.
okay,
This is a case that was a felony, but is refiled as a misdemeanor.
okay.
It's on docket today.
Because they don't take probation or they don't take the reduction down there.
I will say it's the strength of the case, but
Well, no, it doesn't. I get it, but like they won't accept reductions up there. I don't understand. I mean, this is like the first time in history.
So in my old district court, so we would, I mean.
I've never, they've always,
We would, if we were offering reduction, we'd always.
I don't get it. So what's the cost number?
it's 255-9087. He's here today. We were in felony court earlier. And then we were
Okay,
told,
so it looks like it was an impeding breath case. They've now charged it as an assault of a family member. That's it, right?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you mind having them come up,
Yes, Judge.
please?
And I too covered for another. That's right.
That's right.
Morning, Mr. Abdel. Morning. So you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay, let's.
On August 3rd, 2024, officers were dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas, to a family disturbance. Officer talked to the complainant, who said that she and the defendant were married and had been living together since March of 2024. Complainant told police that after an argument, the defendant pushed her to the ground 3 times, got on top of her, and used both his knees to pin her hands to the ground, and used both hands to strangle her in the neck, causing her airways to be restricted on at least 3 occasions. Complainant advised that the defendant told her that he wanted to kill her while strangling her. Complainant said that she ran to the bathroom when the defendant followed and pushed her into the bathtub, pulling her out by her hair and striking her several times in the head.
That's reduced?
Judge, on this one, the CW has recanted, has told the previous prosecutor a different line of events, which was part of the grand jury packet. In addition, this case has been going on for 9 months. His bond conditions were modified from GPS to no GPS, no contact to allowing contact. And the state had no objection to that earlier. So
I don't know what has happened in the felony court, but I'm going to treat it as if it's a new case because it is a new case for us. So I'm going to order no. So I see a prior assault of a family member. What is that about?
So what I see on here, Your Honor, I do see a bird hat. I think that there was 2 misdemeanors filed on this. One was dismissed. I think it was just an issue with, they took it to grand jury. 2 got filed, but it's the same incident. So there was one that was dismissed. The criminal history I see, not the only, but the criminal history I see was a bird hat from 2007, bird, and then a PCS and a drug present 2006. That's the only thing I can see on here.
Does he have any prior assaults?
No prior assaults, no nothing.
So
Application on 17. There's a non-disclosure on it.
I'm just looking at what the underline was.
What was
for
the
judge.
Is this with DVD?
Yes, Your Honor, it is. I can get DVD in here.
Oh, fine. Hey, Sebastian.
Sebastian, tell me what's up.
So as far as I know, Judge, this got refiled from the impeding. I'm not sure what we all discussed.
All we did now was probable cause. I just know the facts of what they stated. I don't know if there's a protective order that's been issued as of now. If not, I'm going to issue one now. I was going to order no contact at this time because I know what Adnan has been saying, what happened upstairs, but I mean, it's a new case for us, so I'll treat it like any new assault that has just come in. So do you mind filing a MOA, please?
The MOA was filed before on this.
Well, then that is probably since expired,
Yes, Your Honor.
but so I don't have anything here, so I'm gonna issue a protective order now. Stuff in the protective order, things that you shouldn't do anyways, you know? So do you mind filing one? And then, have you spoken to the complaining witness?
No, not since it got refiled. I know that.
So let's do this, Adnan. I can have him. Oh, she's here.
Yes.
Okay, so she's here, so you can go talk to her now. Okay, so then just come back and let me know. I am gonna find, regardless, I'm gonna issue a MOA today,
Okay.
and then we can talk about the residential restriction after he speaks to the, complaining witness.
Okay.
So just take a seat for me, but don't leave.
Okay. No, so I'll be back. As well,
Yes.
Alan,
Good morning.
hey man, how are you?
Good, no
Been a
complaint.
while, man. Where you been?
Have you on the 10th floor lately?
Ah, got you. Okay, what's new?
Working on behalf of DeAntra Woods.
Phyllis?
Woods.
Okay.
He's currently here as well. Your Honor, I understand, the case is old. However, they filed a motion to adjudicate upstairs on his felony, which is having some problems. Right now, he does not have an attorney on that felony. The attorney that was on the felony had to basically withdraw due to some personal issues. And last time I heard, the state is still trying to figure out what they want to do upstairs on it. He's reset upstairs until on the 22nd. I wanted to see if we could get some more time. I do not even believe that we have had an offer in this case yet.
You have an offer?
Just verify that. We do not have an offer on this case, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Woods, come up. So as far as I see, he gets on probation in June, and then 3 months later, he picks this case up, right? Your case is 150 days old. It's time to nearly do something. I will give you one more reset, but at the next setting, it's plea or trial. You need to either accept what the plea bargain agreement is, or I'm going to set your case for trial. But I'm not going to sit here and wait for something to happen upstairs. If you don't have a lawyer up there, it would probably behoove you to get one as soon as possible so they can get up to speed, but I'm not waiting any longer. In 30 days, it's plea or trial.
Thank you.
You understand? They'll be putting an offer on your case now, so that way you guys can communicate and see what you want to do.
Thank you.
Okay?
Appreciate it.
Be in 30.
Council for reset?
Good morning, Judge.
It's his case.
So, great to see you. What's new? Please.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Kevin Diaz, I think he had him last week and his bond was revoked. He originally had a theft and then, got charged with a possession.
Oh, he's
Yes.
still in, huh?
Yes, Judge, he cannot make that amount. Now, the thing is.
You bring him out? Yes.
Yes, sure. With the possession, it's a bit iffy. We don't have a lot of information on that possession, and based on what my client said, and what the DIM says, are two completely different things. I'm going to review the video.
Sir, my problem is that he's allegedly slinging,
Sorry?
He's allegedly slinging, that's my big problem, is that,
Council for
I mean, just
reset?
based on even on the DIMS, it wasn't his car. He had nothing on his person. He was just getting off of work. If you look at least part of the video that we did see, he was coming straight up from work. He had his work regalia on. So he wasn't driving. It's a bit.
is the other person didn't take it, does it?
According to him, she does. Her name is Jasmine, but we don't see that on the report. We don't even see her name on the report. If he's getting
Somehow they
arrested.
link it to him, I don't know, I don't remember.
get to the marijuana?
Yeah.
Yeah, the marijuana, it's linked to MMW because it's found, their been found in the passenger seat of the vehicle. And when they search the vehicle, the marijuana is located on the front passenger floorboard, the pocket satchel, and the defendant has been the marijuana being case.
Pocket set, he says he did not, according to him, she did, so that's why I'm waiting on body camera.
To me, I have a full head of hair.
She's.
He said no. How's jail?
Works bad. Terrible.
Good. It's not supposed to be fun. You know, the idea is that you actually listen and hear and understand, hey, we mean business, because when you don't, this is what happens. You now know if no one in this world that's gonna pony up the $500 it would take to get you out. When you're out there in the free world, these are the things that you think about, because if not, disastrous consequences of people lose cars, houses, apartments, because they're stuck like Chuck. Where do we go from here?
I would ask for a PR bond. I would ask for a PR bond. He just doesn't have the funds to make it. He does work at Dave's Chicken and at minimum wage, he's not even able to get that out. So, and I am a court appointed on his end. So we would ask for a
Okay,
PR bond.
what say you?
Judge, we're gonna be opposed to the go around just because this is the second charge within a matter of 5 months.
Yeah, it's like, the thing is that it's 3 months.
He was going to defer to the court.
I mean,
And he has been in jail for a few days, Judge. If he was taking a time served, he'd get it, but I think that we
I
just need.
I wouldn't take it. I'm not gonna take it. I wouldn't.
Just
You know,
saying.
here's the thing, you're charged with theft. The weed, it's the theft I'm concerned about, because when you're branded a thief and you're branded a thief for life, it's over. No one hires thieves, no matter where you go, no matter what, you could have a shining star over your head. Don't matter, because you're branded a thief. They don't hire thieves. They don't give apartments to thieves. You want to buy a new car? They're not going to give it to you when you're a thief. They don't, because
So-
they know.
We're still looking at surveillance videos on that, which we don't have. That once again, the stories are just not aligning. Without videos, I can't really make a judgment either way. So we're waiting on surveillance videos on that.
I believe we are still waiting on surveillance video, Your Honor. I don't have it on. It looks like there was a space. That may be a short amount on, Your Honor. We may not have.
If you can be creative in a way that we can ensure he's gonna stay out of trouble, then I'm all ears for another PR bond. But be creative in how we can. When people have too much time on their hands, they become self-destructive. And you start doing things you shouldn't be doing, hanging out with people you shouldn't be hanging out with. Not well, I'm hanging around with the wrong people. Maybe you are the wrong person and it's gonna get this other person in trouble. So I want to let you out, but I don't want you to take up a third case. And I want to find a way that we know you're not going to pick up a third case. You're going to stay out of trouble and you're not going to use marijuana. So if you can be creative and show me how we can do that, I'm all ears.
Yes, Judge.
So the ball's in your court. Let me know. I am down, but somehow we have to work a plan that you're not going to pick up any new cases.
Sounds good, Judge.
Show me. Yep.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe it's nice.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mrs. Sims.
Judge, I'm he's in the jury box.
And he has bond violations. He missed a drug test on April 7th.
Come up, Mr. Bueno.
And she just said that he wasn't aware that he had a drug test that day and that was his
They
mistake.
just don't call you 15 times, right? You speak English.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sending you for a test right now. If you ever miss again, it's not gonna go well for you. This is the only get out of jail free card that you get. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, you will be wearing orange as well. No more PR bonds. Okay, take a seat. We'll send them out.
You want me to roll to tomorrow, Judge, for the drug test results, or do you want me to?
No,
zoom back on?
it's sufficiently early that hopefully he'll be able to come back, depending on how fast he tests. If it takes too long, then we'll.
Okay, are you okay with me zooming on for that, Judge? Okay, thank you, Judge.
Judge, the patient is fit for via locals. It will stand in the ignition error because I have other driver's license. I will amend the conditions for him to get the portable device.
Right, he's got to get the portable device first, and then we take the scram off. We need him to also sign a no driving affidavit. Please admonish him, like at least 5 times, do not drive. Your son will affidavit. If you do, it's just, okay. Hi.
Your Honor, I know they're gonna send him across the street to get drug tested, and then he's gonna come back. I'm gonna run the ERD real quick.
Go, just come back. We got the T-RAS back?
Yes, sir. Medical supervision. He's gonna have to take medical supervision. They recommend medical supervision for the DWI. Yeah.
Medical supervision?
Yes, sir.
I've never heard of it.
Okay.
We'll see, we'll get it here.
Yes, sir.
I could be up there because is the treatment is the older.
You get any eligible for the first probation or not?
Not for DWI, sir.
No, you know, Mr. Proctor, I told you that I wanted to follow whatever the TRAS said, you know, and shh. And I'm gonna stick to that, you know. I sometimes am surprised by what the findings are, but I trust them to make the right decisions, and I hope that you. So here, they recommended medically assisted treatment to address the alcohol abuse or dependency. That means that you have to go to a doctor, right? The problem is that we can't pay for that.
Right.
I can't pay for that. When it's on the outside, if it's here where they would have recommended like residential or something of this nature, I would pay for it for you. I can't pay for this. So you're going to be expected to do this on your own. You know, the other thing that they're recommending is intensive outpatient treatment followed by supportive outpatient treatment, which I think at a minimum should be done because the idea is that you learn from this because something is going on and the coping mechanisms that are being used, that you're used, they're just not good because we don't want another death. We don't want you to make some kind of decision that has a lifelong consequence that where you end up in orange for the next 50 years, you know? Are you working at this time? Well, obviously not right now, but were you?
Yes,
What were you doing?
I worked at an equipment shop.
Do you still have that?
I probably not.
Hey, I guess we need to give him some time, you know. Can we apply for TAP funding for him? Okay, I'm gonna try to apply to get stuff paid for you. Because I know that there's some, you know, funding that is available for people if they qualify, and I think you do. You have to understand in this life, you don't have anyone that's gonna bond you out. When you're out there, if you make the wrong decision, you're stuck, as you now see, you know? Really, it's not that hard. Now, what we're doing is you're pleading guilty to the DWI. The DWI is going to go on your record. They're going to dismiss the terroristic threat, but you need to understand that forever and a day, if you get pulled over, What does an officer do? They first look at your record. If they see that you have a prior DWI, they roll up to your window and they smell alcohol or dope. It's probably not going to go well for you. And now, after today, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The agreement that you have worked out is a 1 year in Harris County Jail to be probated for 15 months. You must do, is this a true first?
I believe so.
Proctor, if you don't mind looking at
Yes,
it.
Your
please.
Honor. It is a true post, Your Honor.
Okay, so it's 1 year in jail to be probated for 15 months. You must do a DWI education class, 2 victim impact panels. Well, we've already done the TRAS, so these are the conditions. You've already done the TRAS, so that's not a need. No drugs, alcohol, substance abuse treatment. No breath test refusal. If you were pulled over, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. Can you look at him, see if his license is down? Please? No, you must maintain a guardian interlock and 25 hours of community service. Do you have any children? Okay. If you do a parenting class, I will waive the community service for you.
He is not eligible, Your Honor.
Your license is not eligible. It got suspended, so you cannot drive at this time. So one of the conditions I'd like is for him to get his license back. Your license got suspended because of an administrative license hearing versus DPS, and I can have Mr. D explain that to you. You were giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement, Mr. Proctor. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you are stuck with this. If you ever have a problem while you're on this probation, you can always come back and talk to us. We can work through anything. If you just take off, that's about the worst thing that you can do. If you pick up a new case, that's about the worst thing that can happen. What about the complaining witness and the terroristic threat? Who is that?
The bloody was in the terrorist threat, Your Honor, is. So it's over. He was not filed as a family household.
Do we know, did you have the rip done? Do we know if she wants to have contact with him or no?
Do go to the function when we want to proceed. Where is the issues filed with contact history and really benefit?
Okay, just so that we'll just add no threatening or harassing contact with the complaining witness and the terroristic threat. Just be mindful, what is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think, it's what she perceives. All right? How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm gonna find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, waive all his fees. I'm gonna waive all your fees. It's never about the money. I don't care about the money. Just do what you say you're gonna do it well, so we don't see you again. All right, good luck.
Without coming back to the private license, yes.
Okay. Hey, if he needs, Mr. D, if he needs an occupation license, I'm okay with it. And you can file the pauper's affidavit and, yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
State's spoken to the TW.
So Judge, realistically, because we're, I guess, far down, I'll of course do the follow north in there. And then, we're just asking for contact. I think we have all the discovery, and so we want to just do one second, for you to just take a look at it and see if this, we're just gonna move forward on it with the misdemeanor or the homicide, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, do you mind bringing him up? Did you file it already?
No, I'll
Yeah, can you file it?
And Judge, regarding the MOAP that's going to be filed, we would ask that it mirrors the bond conditions regarding contact.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Abdel, I'm entering in what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies the complaining witness as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon. This usually comes with a residential restriction, meaning that you can't go back to the house. I will take this off now. You know, there are a lot of vindictive people in this life. I don't know what kind of relationship you have with her, but if it's something that you're just constantly butting heads with, it's probably best to cut your losses because you're the one that's going to end up in jail if somehow someone loses their temper, even if it's her and she calls him, hey man, he's threatening me. You're the one that's going to end up back then. You understand? So just be careful in life, right? What is threatening or harassing? Doesn't matter what you think. I could care less what you think. It's what she perceives. So if I go like this, is that threatening or harassing? It is, and it can land you in jail. If you violate this court order, the state can and probably will file a violation of a protective order, and that's the capital murder of misdemeanors. Do you understand? Okay, so do you mind filing the no threatening, harassing? So for now, because you have a lawyer, the case is old, right? So we're only doing 30 days, you say?
Well, yeah, whatever really, get the action to.
Okay, so the case is old. You said you've been going on for what, 14 months now?
9 months, Your Honor.
Or 9 months? Okay, so we'll give you 30 days, figure out what you want to do, because the facts haven't changed. Just get ready. So in 30 days, we'll come back and they'll make a decision on whether they want to go forward or whatnot. Okay? Do you have any questions? Okay. Do not leave until you sign all the bond conditions. Otherwise, I'm going to issue a warrant. They'll file it and then we'll call you up here momentarily. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Right this way.
Morning, Judge. I'm here on what's up?
What's new?
What's new is, I guess, Jennifer Griffin.
Do you have a fugitive case?
No,
No? Okay, who you got?
I have Jennifer Griffin, and so she lives in Alabama right now. Yeah, it should be on your docket today. Jennifer Griffin.
Okay. Where is Miss Griffin?
She's in Alabama.
That's no good.
All right. She was going to see if there's any way that she could find time to make it down here to face the charges. She said when she was released by the bondsman said, told her that they didn't have a court date yet. She hadn't been, okay, I understand. I'm just relaying it. So
She signs a piece of paper that tells her when to come back. So let me see. This is to notify that you are required to appear on 4/14 at 8:30 in the County Criminal Court of Law number 5 located at 1201 Franklin 9th floor. So here's what I'll do. I can roll it for bond forfeiture for up to Thursday. If she's not here on Thursday, her bond gets revoked.
Okay.
You know,
thanks,
that's
Judge. No, that's fair.
it. Okay, so SFBF Thursday. Shreya.
Hi, Judge.
What's new?
Good morning. I have 3 inmates. 2 that need to get brought out for waivers.
Okay.
Mr. Scott and Mr. Perkins.
Did you go on? You mind bringing him on?
And then a third, Burnett, is for a bond. Do you want to bring them all out together?
Sure.
Do you need Scott?
I meant Scott for a bond, Perkins and Burnett for a waiver, correct? No,
Let you go in, it's 3.
Yes.
Yeah, you got it? Okay.
I put the waiver here.
I got it. I got it here. Perkins want a bond?
Sorry, I messed that up.
No, but-
Mr. Scott wants a bond. Perkins? Yes, he asked me for a bond.
Okay, I got an easy one, right?
I advised him he's not eligible.
Do you want to call up Mr. Villasana so we can get him out of here? Call up Mr. Villasana. We can put us out of conditions. We can get him out of here. It's not working. Yeah. All right, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
All of you guys have picked up cases from another state, so we need to figure out what's going on. Who is Mr. Burnett? Mr. Burnett, you are wanted out of Florida for the charges of battery, criminal mischief, grand theft in the first degree, and robbery by sudden snatching. Are you waiving formal extradition?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we wish you the best of luck. Who is Mr. Perkins? Mr. Perkins, you're wanted out of the state of Illinois for first-degree murder. Are you waiving formal extradition?
To go home, to go back to Chicago.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I wish you both the best of luck.
I need signatures on them, Judge.
Yeah, done.
Their signatures.
Oh, Deputy Chigon, do you mind? And then, what is it? Amy, who's the showman?
This is Gordon Stock.
Golden Stock?
Gordon Stock.
Gordon Stock. All right, good morning, Mr. Gordon Stock.
Also, they're going to use your list today.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Judge.
What's new?
Not much. I just got back from Cancun. What about you?
Man, life is good. Man, I want to go to Cancun.
It was pretty nice. Very pretty.
Anywhere is better, right? So
Yeah.
you said, is it? I don't see it on docket today. What was the last name?
Scott.
Oh, Scott. Wait a minute, Scott. Okay, Mr. Scott. I see you now. You were wanted out of the state of Oklahoma for drug trafficking and a robbery case. Okay. Shh. Your lawyer is asking for me to set you a bond. I don't know. You know, one of the main things that it concerns me are two. One, are you gonna go back if we give you a bond? Number two, are you a dangerous person? Because I don't want to give you a bond and then you leave a wake of destruction on your way back to Oklahoma, because then, you know, it's not cool, right? So I don't know anything about you. The only way I really get to know you is by paper, because that tells me who you are. Amy, tell me about Mr. Scott.
Yes, he wanted out of Oklahoma County, Oklahoma for conspiracy to commit drug trafficking, marijuana, conspiracy to commit robbery, conspiracy to commit kidnapping for extortion. The bond over there is 1 million. This was issued April 3rd of this year.
Shreya?
Judge, Mr. Scott is 34 years old. He's never been arrested, no criminal history. He's lived in Houston his whole life. He is a Navy veteran and served 8 years, honorably discharged 2021. And again, I've spoken with Mr. Scott, well, without going into the facts or anything like that. He says he's absolutely innocent and wants to go turn himself in and let them know and handle the issue. He also has a plan to return. We talked about going back within 14 days. I urged within the first 5.
Yes, sir.
Did I miss anything, Mr. Scott?
No, man, we didn't.
Do you have anything else to let the judge know about whether he should give you a bond?
I'm not a criminal. I'm not a, I don't know what the word you said to the public. I have no risk. I'll be down there in 4 days. My pops will drive me down there. I want to go ahead and get nipped in the bud. I'm already working on a lawyer. I'm just trying to get down there and handle my business. I own a business on the north side of vape shops. I have no criminal history. I have not been in trouble. I'm 34 years old. Got a 4-year-old son, birthday coming up next month. I'm just trying to take care of my business.
State your position.
Judge, based on just the charges themselves and the fact that it is $1 million bond in the demanding jurisdiction, I would be opposed to a bond. I'm not seeing any extensive criminal history. I just see some like charges entitled crimes against person harassment.
Wait,
Um,
Hold up. I'm sorry.
Oh, you see what?
I see a charge that says crimes against person harassment. But that appears to be dismissed. And then I see a failure to appear out of Denver Police Department. When I ran as history judge, that's what I'm seeing. But again, just based on the charges and the $1 million bond, I would be hesitant.
Your Honor, I have never had no charge or any of that. I have not been arrested. I don't know what she said.
I understand, but the severity of the charges scare me, Mr. Scott, you know?
100% understand, but I have never,
I believe you, but the problem is that I think that the amount and the type of charges are probably just a little bit too dangerous for me. You know, I give bonds all the time, but with the conspiracy to commit the robbery and then the conspiracy to extort, what was it again?
Conspiracy to commit kidnapping.
Yeah, that kind of kills it for me, you know? So what we'll do now is, has he already waived or what is he?
He waived on April 11th.
Okay, so you have 3 days credit, right? We give them 14 days to come get you. If they don't come get you within the 14 days, and Harris County releases you. So, you know, we'll give you the time as the credit that you have now so that it'll go toward the 14 days. But that's a little bit too dangerous for me, man. I can't, you know?
prior history. I've served my country. This is.
And I'm sure that'll go toward over there, but
Yeah.
me, it's a little too dangerous, man.
Hey, like, I'm trying to get on top of it. I don't want to sit here and then they offset me. I'm ready to go take care of this. This has nothing to do with me.
What I would suggest is the thousands of dollars that you would pony up just to get out now, because if I were to set you a bond, I would set you a high bond, right? That money you'd have to pay in full. It would probably be ill-advised just to use it to get out. I would get yourself a lawyer out there. You know what I mean? That money's probably really better spent. Get yourself a good lawyer out there to take care of the charges, because they're probably looking at quite a bit of time. All right? Okay, man. Good luck, guys. Thanks.
You want a bond, state bond?
State judge.
No, they're states. They're states. It's in
I saw that
It's Katie.
they also had pre-trial bond.
I all.
the state's commission. Bye, Katie.
You want both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Give me a brochure.
Yeah.
For Alan Lozano, I found out that her number would just be blocked entirely from the whole jail, basically, and I haven't found any calls.
So they can't, so no one else can call that number as well? Okay, I guess then we'll just do that. You know, as long as you guys are satisfied, then I'm satisfied as well. Yeah, okay. Do that.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Maybe excuse me.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's just hold on a second.
Judge, did you want to go over a few?
Yeah, let's do it.
Page 3, claims. He called and said we didn't have a right. We had to go.
15,003. And they keep giving him a PR. Is it another PR bond?
It was one PR bond, then another county posted, and then another PR.
So it's 4 times.
3. There is this third one that we really.
Oh, hey.
Yes, Judge.
Yes, ma'am.
On Mr. Diaz. Yes, Judge. I got a big stuff.
Well, I see the knowledge of the body cam. From what I saw, I don't see the.
Mr. Abdel,
Well, I know you're not gonna see, but it's the fact of having all that. You're not gonna see it.
I think, it's on his car, he's in the passenger seat, there's driveway. From what I understood, that's how it's natural bag, was raised marijuana. But all those other facts that I saw, that I represented to you, I didn't want to mischaracterize that as though he's the one doing it, because I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
There is the allegation that they do find the bag, so the bag and about the shape.
Where do they find the baggies and the scales?
That's, I believe
The
this.
scales was on the driver's side, the vacuum bag was on the passenger floor, but it did give the other defendant a diversion program off the back. So she, from that,
Yes.
it looks like she says, these are mine. So she made some.
So they charged her with possession of marijuana too?
Well, they didn't charge her, they just gave her a diversion program, which I don't, it doesn't amount to a charge necessarily, I think it's a pre-charge.
Now, I remember that. That was back in the day that they used to do. That was like very, very, very like right when the first administration, it was like right at 18, they used to do that. And I haven't,
My client, I don't know, but
because he's on bond for theft.
I think
And he's, they didn't find weed on her, did they?
they didn't feed white meat on anyone that was in the car.
thank you so
It's
much.
in his satchel.
He says Satchel was not his. He just had a banana in his pocket and something else, but he's saying nothing was his, whereas she's saying that.
The satchel he gave her.
The officer says we found it in his bag, I don't know if I didn't hear any mention that that's his necessarily, I don't.
So what do you think?
Well, Your Honor, I
Give him another PR bond?
Say for the court.
Which is no opposition.
So now, how do we ensure that he doesn't pick up another case? What is he doing with himself?
He does work. I did talk to pretrial and probation. Although they cannot force anyone to do anything, they can monitor if they've done it or not. So I'm thinking an effective decision-making class, simply because he may not know what to do. And those courses tend to help in some situations. So if he takes that class and then he shows proof of it, at the very least, that's time he's using to not be in other people's car. And according to my client,
Deputy Chigon, do you mind bringing out Mr. What's his name again?
Diaz,
Mr. Diaz, please. Thanks.
And Your Honor, if I may, from what I remember it's saying on Friday or whenever it's called, but he said he was getting a ride from work, and I can't verify that in the video he's wearing a shirt.
the bus stopped running at the time she was picked up.
You got him on your side. It's just, you've got him working for you now. That's funny. Is he in school? What is it? Did he graduate from high school? What's he doing now?
I believe he does have his GED, but he is just working at this point in time.
So right now, I'm telling you for you.
What do you want to do with the rest of your life?
Trying, Your Honor, I really trying.
I'm trying. I don't believe it. What, you're not answering my question. What do you want to do with the rest of your life?
I want to get better. I want to be, helping the community. I want to run a business. I do want to do good by my life.
I'm not asking you to tell me what you think I want to hear.
No, sir.
What I'm trying to get at is, you're, how old are you, what, 19?
No, 28.
28. You have your whole life ahead of you. And it was time to think about what you want to do with your life 10 years ago at 18, because now is when you start working hard, gaining knowledge so that you do something, because this life really, really sucks without money. The divorce rate in this country is so high because people don't have money and they sit and they argue about money because they can't buy stuff, they can't do this. One person is using money to do that when they don't have it. The only way you get that is by gaining knowledge, going to school, either getting a degree or working your way so well that you end up with a good job. I mean, there's one or two Jeff Bezos in this life, right? But I don't want to just keep you in the jail for keeping you in jail. But we have to figure out what we're going to do with you so you don't end up as another statistic. That's what I would like. And I'm going to tell you now, I will give you another PR bond, but I promise you it's your last. You will not get another one. Do you understand? I'm going to test you 50 days from today. If I find that you smoking weed again, into jail you will go. And this time, and I'm telling you, I will not take a plea on your theft case just for you to get out. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to let you ruin your life. We will wait it out and play it out until it happens the right way. Do you understand?
Sir.
Now, what are you doing on a daily basis?
Like right now, I just got my apartment, so I have to keep up the rent, so I'm going to work right now.
How many hours are you working a week?
Now 40.
I think that Ms. Chisholm had a good plan on working on how to go forward. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. I don't want you hanging out with this person that you got arrested with. And don't use dope. If I find that you're using, it's really just not going to go well for you. You pick up a new case, it's not going to go well for you. I won't give you another one. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Done, Ms. Chisholm. All right. Take care. Smith. All right. Hey,
I'm approaching again on Francisco Hernandez.
okay.
Came back.
What was the last name again?
Hernandez.
Hernandez, that's right. You mind bringing him up, please?
Yes, so Your Honor, I do understand that the drug test did come back positive. I would ask that the court not revoke his bond, or if it does, to set it at a low amount. And the reason for that is, first of all, this is just a first violation. I'd also ask the court to consider that Mr. Hernandez's mother is waiting outside in the hallway with his baby sister. Whatever the bond is, she's going to pay it. So any amount of bond, it's really just going to punish her. So we would just ask.
I don't even know what he tested positive for.
According to pretrial services, it's THC and alcohol, Judge.
Can you tell me about the felony case that he has, please? Because I don't remember what it is.
Okay.
The felony case is a taping case, Your Honor. On January 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a discharged firearm call in a residence. A resident told the law enforcement officer that she heard shots and then saw a green four-door vehicle speed away. Law enforcement officer found a vehicle that matched the description, parked illegally in the same residential area. As the law enforcement officer pulled up behind the car, multiple males exited, and the law enforcement officer activated his lights and sirens, and the males began to evade on foot for approximately 100 yards until the law enforcement officer was detained. A resident videoed the defendant toss a weapon in front of the residence and he evaded on foot. The gun was recovered, and the defendant's clothing matched that of the male who tossed the weapon.
So the felony was that he tossed the weapon.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the evading is he just takes off because of this.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you go grab mom, please? Do you need a translator?
No. Same person?
Hi. Let me give her that book. I had that fever, Donner.
Thank you. Look, what do you say?
Your son is charged with 2 serious felonies.
Yes.
And I'm trying to do everything in my power. Trouble. I have ordered him not to use drugs or alcohol, and he's testing positive for drugs or alcohol. How do I get it to stop?
Is there, I mean, when he had the monitor, everything was okay. I'm gonna be very honest with you. When he had the monitor, everything was fine. He wasn't going anywhere. And I think that's what kept him on track. But right now, without the
Someone
monitor,
take it off?
as soon as they took it off, he just felt like, I guess, it wasn't a big of a deal to him probably. I mean, he's still a kid. And I don't, like I told him, it's not that, like, I know you think it's easy or whatever, but it's not. It's really serious what you're going through right now. And I tried to get him to understand that.
My only issue is that I'm gonna put on him now. He knows that he violates and mommy's just gonna bond him out.
Oh, no.
And he's gonna sit here and, I'm gonna do whatever I want because mommy's gonna bond me out.
I talked to him, I go, this is the first and last time I'm helping you. And I support him with everything, and he knows it, whether he's right or wrong. He's my kid, I'm gonna support him. But if he's wrong, of course, I'm gonna let him know and make him see and understand why he's wrong. I'm not the type of person that's gonna be like, oh, no, it's okay, don't worry about it. No, because it's not okay, what he's doing is not okay.
Help me help you. I'm trying to do everything in my power to keep you from getting a 25-year sentence because you're hanging out with the wrong people.
Agree.
When someone shoots a gun, the bullet goes up, it goes down, it ricochets. Let me give you a piece of perspective. If I say, hey, Mr. Hernandez, help me out. I need some money because my mom needs to go on operation. I'm gonna go hit up this bank. And I say, hey, come on. All you gotta do is drive. I'm gonna go get it, and then we're gonna go out. You didn't know this, but I go in there and I kill 4 cops, right? And then I run out to the car. I got a big bag of money. We take off. You drive me out. Who gets charged with capital murder?
Both.
It's called the law of parties. You didn't know that I was gonna do that. Had you known, you wouldn't have gone. But if you're hanging out with a bunch of people and they're shooting guns and it ricochets and it kills someone, who gets charged?
Everybody. He knows that.
You are making
Never
decisions.
for him.
You are 18 years old and you are not allowed to use. I have made that a condition of your bond. And I'm gonna tell you now, the next time you violate any of my condition, I'm gonna make your bond so high, you're gonna have hair falling out. Do you understand? I don't care. If Jesus is here with you. The next time. You understand?
So,
I'm now going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know that you're consuming alcohol. And I'm also giving you a cookie. If I find that you're out in the middle of the night, I'm going to rip you a new one. Do you understand? This system will not fail you. And I'm gonna stay on top of it until you do start doing right. Is he in school? What is he doing?
He's in school and he works. When there's no classes during the week, he works. But on Saturdays, he does work. Every Saturday, he works.
Okay.
They leave the house between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m.
What?
Yeah, because he has to live with his dad. His dad goes there.
Oh, okay, so he's going with that?
Yeah, he goes with dad.
Wonderful.
And he comes back with dad, or I pick him up if he
Okay,
works early.
I want to give him a curfew.
Okay.
I will go with whatever you think is appropriate, okay?
Whatever you want, I'm okay with.
I just don't want him out in the middle of the
Oh, me
night.
neither.
As long as you're working, as long as you're. But if you're clowning with friends, it's not gonna happen. So any of the co-defendants that in this case, no hanging around with, you will get tested 50 days from today. If I find that you're still using,
That's beautiful.
you know what's gonna happen. You know what the expectation is. You now know you have no one to bond you out. So that the next time you make a decision out there that's not a good decision, you will be stuck like Chuck. Do you understand? Okay? I don't like to put people in jail for the sake of putting people in jail. I want to ensure that we're all on the same page. That's why I wanted you here, so I know that you and I are on the same page. As long as you're happy, I'm happy.
Yes.
Whatever you need, all you need to do is let me know, you know, here. You mind giving? So if you ever need anything,
so much.
just let us know, and we're there for, if he starts acting a fool, because anything, if he's not telling you, if you tell him to jump and he doesn't say how high, just call me and let me know.
I've never had an issue with that. My issue is always like right now, you know? Just him leaving the house and not saying anything. That's my only issue. But other than
You
that,
don't have permission to do that anymore.
he's not a disrespectful kid. He makes bad choices. Like I tell him, you guys are not dumb. Yeah, choose the wrong crowd, make the wrong decisions. But other than that, I mean, I've never had an issue with him, to be honest.
You speak Spanish. You understand Spanish? Dime con quién andas, yo te digo quién eres. Hmm?
Very true.
That's what life is. Okay, we're good?
We're good.
Okay, thank you, Mom.
Thank you. Come on, baby.
Maybe excused?
Yes, sir. I have to wait until pre-trial releases.
Levantarse y tirar la basura. No, hermana, I got it. Go, 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 you got it. Go.
Ready? Yes, ma'am.
Morning, guys. I'm approaching on Tabitha Thompson. Tabitha Thompson, she's in custody. She's got 3 cases, Judge. All of them are from 2022.
I can't give her a PR bond. She won't show up. So whatever you want to do, I'm happy to do. You said a week or two.
Yes,
Or
Judge.
perhaps go get with human trafficking, you know, that might help.
Yes, Judge.
You know, whatever you want.
Right, and the state was going to look at the cases
Can we
and
get it to human trafficking?
So human trafficking doesn't pay for the misdemeanor, not anymore on that.
Really? What?
The misdemeanors.
This isn't enough?
I know. No, I know, and I saw it, I said, look, normally what you do now is probably misdemeanor or cracking, I think misdemeanor is like a, the been there, done that class. Given the age of these cases and the competitive nature of them, we need to kind of talk a little bit with my boss, see if I got understanding of what
I guess, take a look. Is something happening here? Do we know?
Well, that's-
Do we think? I don't know,
That's my
you know, that's,
I'm not trying to lock, and I want to be put it out there like, I'm not trying to lock this person. It's something. So,
my only concern is someone using them.
Yes.
That's my concern.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's not take long. If you want to do maybe like a week, and we'll see.
That's the first thing I asked, Judge. Is there a human trafficking division still? And
Yeah.
But I'll reach out and see if they want to take a picture of this.
Okay.
2 weeks?
Say a week?
A week.
I don't know.
A week
whatever.
is fine, Judge.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah. The 1 week. The liar here? Oh, wait, Adam, we're talking about Adam?
Yeah.
He had
Hernandez, yeah.
Hernandez?
Yeah, please. Yeah. So curfew, no weapons, testing in 50 days, GPS, and then the scram. please.
Curfew regarding northern work system, you said?
Yeah, like, so he's not out in the middle of the night, maybe like at 10 PM to whatever dad's schedule is. And then on the weekends when he's not working, full 10, 9 PM to 6 AM. What happened with the other kid? He test?
Bulock?
Yeah,
Bulock? Not yet, not yet.
okay. 5,001 on Patrick.
Okay. Next one.
Oh, hold on. State, can you look at the co-defendant on Bulock?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is the BMV where there's really two.
Yes, Your Honor.
On Patrick, is it the same thing, where there's another BMV?
I believe they are both charged, both.
Because I'm issuing a warrant on Patrick because he failed to appear, so. Okay, hi,
Morning, Judge.
hi,
Mr. Fonseca on the docket.
okay. Do you have the,
Oh, yes, Judge, that's fine.
Yeah.
Fonseca.
Fonseca.
Thank
Good morning, Mr. Fonseca. Sir, you're charged with the offense of assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 30 days in jail with credit for the 15 days that you have already done. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes.
You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You also need to understand that there's an affirmative finding of family violence. What that means is that if you ever pick up another one of these cases, you will be facing a third-degree felony. You can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this plea as well. Do you understand?
Yes.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal, meaning once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. Mr. Fonseca, from now on, an assault doesn't have to be where you knock down, punch someone, and the mere fact that you grab someone's arm hard enough to where it hurts them, that can be sufficient to charge you potentially with a third-degree felony. Do you understand? So,
Yes.
all right. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm gonna find you guilty. I'm gonna follow the agreement, send you to it. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. We'll have you see the clerk. Blaze, can I borrow you for a second? Oh,
I know, because my husband got me that.
Yes, sir.
come up, sir. Mr. Herb? I'm somewhat at a loss here. Shh. You filed a statement of inability to pay costs. What is this?
Part of the package I had to fill, I'm happy to pay the cost.
Sorry?
I received a package to fill up, and I called the Easy Expansion Group, told them that, I'll be happy to pay. I said, just fill it up. I'm happy to pay the cost.
There's an affidavit here that was filed to waive costs of everything. And this gentleman lives in like $1 million house, makes over $100,000 and just has.
I'm happy to pay the cost.
Clearly, you don't qualify.
I know I don't, when I filled it up, I spoke with Easy Expansion. I said, no, I don't qualify. Why do you want me to fill this?
Yeah.
I say it's part of the package.
I don't know who accepted this, but.
That's a customer service.
Right, we need to get a hold of customer service and he needs to go pay for the fees, because, I mean, so what do we do?
We can send them, the clerks can call down there and see what to do next as far as paperwork is concerned. But you can go down there and see if they'll let them pay.
Okay, I want to deny the application or this. So I guess, can I just mark denied here and just?
Ability to pay, are they separate, position and inability?
I think
Yes,
that,
they're separate. Okay,
so,
so you can just, sign electronically so that customer service sees it downstairs and then they'll let them pay.
sign what?
The inability to pay,
Is that something that he's going to put in the queue for me to sign?
yes. Judge.
Okay. So the other thing is this, Mr. Herb, is you're opposed to this.
So this is one of the offenses where it's a may, the court may.
Okay.
Given the nature of the offense, the fact there was also a prior conviction, I think back in 2005.
Wait. So.
Not on indecent, it was a DWI.
Right.
State would oppose because the state feels it is not in the best interest of justice for this to be a non-disclosure. Basically,
Okay.
I like the nature of the allegation as well as the prior history.
So the deal is this, the state is opposed to your petition for non-disclosure. It would probably behoove you to talk to a lawyer about it, because what I would do is I would have a hearing to see whether I would grant this or not.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's stuff that you would want or could or know how to do.
I have no idea how to do it.
Right, so, in the law, especially in criminal law, it's very dangerous for you to do things on your own because, it's like,
I
would you
was told it
perform,
was straightforward, so I just applied it.
would you perform open heart surgery on yourself? Right, it's the same thing here, that's why, if, I'm not gonna deny your application at this point. What we can do is I'm gonna deny your, I guess, application for the state, for us to pay for this, and then if you want, give them a couple weeks, I guess, let us know how you want to go forward. We'll reset this for 2 weeks, give you time to go do your own research, do whatever you need to do. We can come back and we can have a hearing. And if you still want to go forward on your own, you can. Or you can go hire a lawyer to help you out with this. But, the state's opposed. So I would have a hearing to see why they're opposed, and so, yeah, okay. Here, let me put this here. Sure.
So judge says 2 weeks, which day would you like them back?
And Victoria, if you need more, want more time, you can certainly have more time. I mean, I'm not,
Okay.
Dundee.
Guys, I've been here all morning trying to, but we just got a clarification from Chief. So Mr. White is being dismissed. White, Thomas White. And then the other jail case judge is Mr. Gamble, whose felony is reset to 520. We probably should have, hopefully, an easy resolution if that felony, and I talked to my client, he's hoping to resolve it by the 20th.
Is this one going away?
As soon as something happens in felony,
I mean, those are two ag robs upstairs. You
Yeah.
really think that they're gonna be done by then? That's so close. Blaze, what say you?
I don't know if they're gonna be done. I don't have any information on the ag ops, where it's going, where they're heading. I talked.
What, are there offers?
Well, what the, it's.
well, he's hoping for probation and that's the chuckle.
Are there offers?
Not that I can see.
I'll hold it, but just not.
Yeah, I got you. We're working on it. I just don't want them to, well, anyway, we'll, 521 is good.
If we can just, I'll start the felony. I mean, obviously, the felony was more serious, all the ag robs and the UCW, so. But.
At least we got White. Thank you, Rich.
Good job.
Thanks, Sean.
You're the best.
What are we doing?
All right, I think, do you have, guys, you ain't got anyone else in back?
No, we're done.
We're done? All right, we're done. That's it.
Just do have one off docket, if that's okay.
Okay, sure.
It's on Thursday, on Docket on Thursday, and I want to be early in that sense. Judge, I know, I'm so sorry.
Stop.
I'm doing okay. Okay, the cause number, Judge, is 25
Okay,
27 996.
yes?
Yes, and Judge, we have spoken about this case before. It's the one that's in ICE custody. I was speaking with the state right now. So essentially what's going on with this case, an immigration judge ordered removal. And they have, yes, and he's from Cuba, so we're also
That's
like,
what I was surprised.
what's
by.
going on?
Didn't
Yeah.
work to keep.
Maybe the retaliation case
But
killed it, you
I'm
know?
not, that's not me saying, like.
But you should be able to get do you have an order that says that so we can see it, just so we know?
I have the information from EOIR that says the.
Don't show it here, because we're live streaming. I don't want you guys to show
One
you.
picture, that's not me saying it's council not to, she absolutely is like, I didn't.
I mean, I gotta revoke it then. If they're gonna remove him, I have to revoke it. I can't just leave it open.
So, Judge, this is what's going on with the immigration case, so the removal order was in place and they have appealed.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're gonna appeal it, then I'll wait.
Yes, and that appeal is currently pending. So we're just waiting on the
Do we know
decision.
the date that that's gonna be resolved?
I'm not sure. I feel like right now, I don't really know.
I mean, how long do they take, the appeals? Do you have any clue?
So the appeal was actually received on August 14th, Judge, but there was a brief.
August, or you mean April?
No, August 14th. of
Last year?
Last year. And
What?
then a brief was received on February 14th of this year. So it says that right now that appeal is pending. I'm assuming they're looking over the brief, or I don't know. I don't know why it should take
This
this
is from
long.
September of last year now. We got it.
And this has been, the reason it's so old is because it's been the ICE issue.
Mhm.
Hey, there has to be argument. Is there a date set for argument on the appeal? You know, once everybody sets their briefs, you know, oral argument requested or denied, or,
I don't see one listed here, Judge, but I do have contact with his wife, so I can confirm with her.
so when are we set?
We are set this Thursday.
So keep it on for this Thursday, reach out to them, ask them, you know, when is the date? He's got an immigration lawyer, because wife's probably may not know. If wife doesn't know, will you reach out to the immigration lawyer to see, hey, what's the process? Is it now going to argument? If so, when is that gonna happen? And then, you know, once that happens, how long does it take to get an answer? And we'll go from there.
Judge, I do have a family emergency that took place, and I have family from Mexico coming in Wednesday evening. If I could do Monday, Judge, and
Later that week?
if anything happens, I could have another PD step in for me,
PD?
another public defender.
You're at the PD's office?
Yes, I am. I am, Judge.
How long have you been gone from,
I started in July.
Oh, okay, wow. Or pick, if you want to do later in the week, that's fine too. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
All right. Good luck.
Judge, were we gonna do a peanut ball on Kevin Diaz on his custody?
Yeah. Yeah, all right, we're done. That's it.
Thank you, Judge.